While the major wave of anti-war organizing in U.S. history focused mostly on Vietnam in the 60s, today's wars take on a different shape in the international sphere. With bombings of communities in Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Palestine, uprisings have spread around the world. As the international community, we must show solidarity with the people of these nations and ensure that they aren't left in isolation as imperialist nations, like the U.S., take advantage of a transforming Middle East. Covert wars of imperialist aggression take place in the Philippines too. The heightened militarization of communities is justified through the annual Balikatan Exercises, or the bombing of civilian Filipino communities in the guise of war games between the U.S. and Philippine military forces. Also, under Oplan Bayanihan, the Philippines' war on terrorism, the Balikatan Exercises are used to harass, disappear, and murder teachers, activists, journalists, organizers, and other community members, including women, children, and the elderly. For women, anytime there is an increase in military presence, there is also an increase in forced prostitution, trafficking, cases of violence and beatings, and rape, such as in the case of Lance Corporal Smith when he raped a Filipino woman named Nicole. Sex-subsistent economies surrounding military bases become the more common practice as opposed to creating viable industries and sustainable forms of employment which would not leave Filipino women as vulnerable to exploitation. With increased military presence all over the world, wars of imperialist aggression urge the formation of a strong and united anti-war coalition. As Gabriela USA and Filipinos for Rights and Empowerment in New York City, we've endorsed the United National Anti-War Coalition's, or UNAC's, rally this Saturday, April 9th at Union Square, New York City. Along with 500 other local, national, and international organizations and groups, we will demand all U.S. troops out of the Philippines, the U.S. out of the Middle East, an end to the Balikatan Exercises, to scrap Oplan Bayanihan, and to end all human rights violations now. We hope to see you at Union Square this Saturday, April 9th in New York City at noon.